I'm gonna whip this little bitch in the face if she makes a peep.
You're not man enough to fuck with me. You can't last 2 minutes in my world, bitch.
Somebody's gotta get stabbed.
As soon as I get home, the first thing I'm gonna do is punch your mama in the mouth.
What's a chance?
Your organization
You're
staff.
attacking.
Why are you the way that you are?
All right, cool. All right, what's going on? Welcome back to No Fueling Around. This is our sports podcast because we've been getting some feedback. People like the sports, people like the stories. We figured we split it. So if you like one or the other, you don't got to sit through the bullshit. Mm-hmm. Ignore him. So as always, I'm Coach Powers, brought to you with Duddy Bo. And today we're going to go over some football things because the NFL season is kicking off in full swing soon. And preseason looked pretty good. We're excited for this NFL season. A couple things we're going to go over. Tim Tebow cut in week 1. A whole lot of coaching changes around the NFL. Yeah. The Jared Goff, Matt Stafford trade. We're just going to talk about how we feel about that because two mediocre teams trading mediocre quarterbacks.
That's exactly. Yeah. Yep.
And then we're going to wrap up with our division champ ideas and who we believe is going to go to the Super Bowl this year. So with that being said, our first subject, during week 1, the Jacksonville Jaguars lost to the Cleveland Browns. I'm not quite sure what the score was because who cares? It's preseason. But a big thing was, and as a coach, I've seen this happen, Tim Tebow got wide open. It was a slot route. He just ran out, turned around, faced the QB, hands up, ready to go. The receiver, way to the right side, ran in front of him on a cross route and caught Tebow's ball. So the only time Tebow got open, he didn't catch his own friggin' pass.
One time.
So Urban Meyer said, go F yourself.
He took 16 snaps, and he didn't do a single thing. Not one.
You know, I've never played it down in professional football, but in 16 snaps, I guarantee I could get 1 yard.
One play.
Yeah.
16 snaps. Yep.
Jeez. Oh, God. You know, it's not that he's not a great athlete, but you got to give him a little bit more of a chance than one preseason game.
Oh, I mean, well, yeah. But so did you watch the footage of that fucking – did you watch that footage of his bullshit block?
No.
Oh no. So that's why he's gone. You realize that's why he's gone. So they're doing a running play. You know, the slot backs going to the right, and it's on his side, and he this is why he got fired. It's not because he didn't produce as far as receiving. It was because when they watched him try to make a block, he like hit the man's knee with like a feather. You know, he's like, hooah. Like, no. Like, you got to get physical.
Let's get physical. I wanna get physical.
You got to, and what they were saying was about the block is that he needed on that block, he needed to block with his right arm. Or I don't know. Well, wait a minute. I could be wrong. Is he left-handed or is he right-handed?
Lefty.
He is a lefty. Okay. So what he tried to do, he doesn't want to use his throwing arm just in case he might be a quarterback again, because he doesn't want to injure it. And he did the wrong thing. And he literally he hit a corner of the man's calf and fell down on his face. And literally the next day he's fired. It is terrible. You got to watch that footage, Coach, if you haven't seen it.
No, I didn't see the block unless I saw the block and was looking at a different part of the play, but I'm going to have to go back and look, and I'm definitely going to put the overlay of it up on here. So if anybody's watching this, don't worry. You've probably already seen it by now because I've already put it in.
It's all over the internet. It's called the block that failed. That's not you think I'm kidding. I'm not fucking kidding.
That's brilliant. The block that failed.
He was trying to protect his throwing arm. So he did the wrong block with the wrong side of his body, which doesn't work.
Is he still playing baseball?
I have no idea, boss.
That could also be it if he's probably protecting his throwing arm for baseball.
But now, I mean, you're in the fucking NFL and you have to block. You can't do the reverse type of block, you know? I mean, this is a slot route out to the right, and instead of blocking with his left, he goes to the right and he just fell down on his face. And it was like, what? What are you doing? And well, the next day he's fired. See you later. That's it. Tim Tebow, you're done. You're out of the NFL. It's gone. It's over. That's fine.
I really thought him there was going to be a huge thing, and they didn't give it any chances. All right, so around the NFL, there's been a lot of coaching changes.
All right. See, now this is what I don't know about too much. So you can go with this.
So I'm going to give you the coach and the team. You tell me if you think they're going to do well or not. Very simple. The Atlanta Falcons fired Dan Quinn. And if you don't know who Dan Quinn is, he's the guy that blew a giant lead in the Super Bowl that I'll put up right here. They hired Arthur Smith. Arthur Smith was the offensive coordinator for the Tennessee Titans. And he pretty much is the reason that they're so good today. So how do you think he's going to do with the Falcons?
Well, I mean, we talked about the Falcons last week. I still think, and I was watching their highlights from their first preseason game. I know it's preseason, whatever. It looked, I mean, I thought they looked horrible, man, to be quite honest with you.
Well, they're the Falcons.
What's that?
Well, they're the Falcons.
Well, that's what I mean. I mean, it was, I mean, I just watched all this stuff this morning, and I thought, my God, they're going right in line with what they've been doing for the last 5 fucking years. I mean, it's the same shit.
Now, I don't know if I heard it correctly or not, but I think they extended Matt Ryan's contract.
Perfect. A perfect waste of a decade. Kick ass. Let's do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the Detroit Lions fired Matt Patricia.
Okay.
He's gone. Replacing him is Dan Campbell, who was the assistant head coach and tight end coach for the New Orleans Saints.
Okay.
He's never been a head coach except for a 12-game stint when Sean Payton got in trouble for paying players to hurt other players.
Yes.
He was the guy that became the head coach for the team.
And he did a good job.
He did a good job.
He did do a good job.
But now he's at Detroit with Jared Goff and no talent besides Jared Goff. So,
well, no, in Detroit, they did. I think they did lose their. I mean, it's preseason. We all understand it's preseason. Nobody really gives a fuck. We're testing out these new people and shit.
Week 1 though is right there. So
what's that?
Week 1 is right there. So they better get their shit together now.
Well, that's what I mean. I was watching the highlights. They did not look very, very good at all. I mean, not good. One thing I will say, what I'm impressed with. Oh, well, you want to talk about coaches? Talk about coaches. Go ahead.
And I forgot to ask you, what do you think the Falcons' record this year is going to be?
Under 500.
Under. Okay. All right. What about the Lions? He froze. What about the Lions?
Under 500.
Under 500. All right.
They are not ready because of losing Stafford and making that whole change and a new coach.
Yeah.
I don't really see them doing much. Seriously.
Yeah.
So yeah, I would say under 500. Yeah.
Here's an interesting one. Now, I've been a coach for over 10 years. I've been a head coach. I've been an assistant coach. I've been a coordinator. I've been a scout. I've done all of it. The new head coach for the Houston Texans, they got rid of Bill O'Brien, thank God, is Dave Culley. Now, Dave Culley is 65 years old.
Okay.
He was the assistant coach and wide receiver, wow, can't say words right, for the Ravens.
Okay, because I said that sounds familiar to me. Yeah.
He's 65, and he's never been the head coach. And it's Houston. So a guy who's spent 14 plus years in the league, who's used to the other guy being yelled at and screamed at and responsible for everything, is now him. When shit hits the fan, he's not going to know what to rely on because he's never had to be the guy to make the decision.
Okay, so on that point though, who is now quarterbacking for them?
As far as right now, Deshaun Watson's still there, but there's that weird sexual allegation charge. I haven't done a lot of research in it, just because I usually wait.
But he's still there.
As far as I saw,
I thought he was gone.
as far as I saw last week, he's still there. I could be wrong, but I mean, from everything I read, from everything I saw, they still showed Deshaun Watson number 4.
Wow.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
Okay, all right.
Now we discussed Jacksonville, but as well as picking up Tim Tebow and firing him, they picked up Ohio State and Florida and University of Florida head coach Urban Meyer. Now, a lot of college coaches don't do well in the NFL. Pete Carroll's one of them. I'm a huge Pete Carroll fan, but it took him a long time to get Seattle to where it was.
Yeah.
And they're probably never coming back. Do you think Urban Meyer is the answer to get Jacksonville into the AFC Championship?
I think yes. I think he has the potential to do that. I'm not a big fan of the guy, but I think with I guess within anything, I think he has the coaching skills to do that. Yes, I'll just say that. I think he does have the potential to do that. Does he have the personnel as far as players? Do we have the team? So we've got Lawrence. I think they have. I was watching a lot of their footage from their first game. Their defense looked pretty damn good to me.
The defense is pretty killer.
Well, one thing though that I will say right now is and I think he has the coaching skills to do it. I was watching their defense diligently. I thought they looked awesome. And these might even be second stringers, and they're still fucking doing good. But the one thing, that I like is the protection of that offensive line for that new big boy quarterback. They had him totally protected that whole game.
Yeah.
I mean, that dude if you give that guy that much time with the height that he has too. I mean, what is he, 6'6" or something? I mean, seriously.
He's a big boy.
He's a big boy. You give him that much protection, you're in big fucking trouble, man. You're in big trouble. That dude can do some shit. So my main focus on the Jacksonville Jaguars was I was impressed with their offensive line the most. They protected him so well. Wow. If that stays that way this season, fucking look out, man. Seriously. No doubt. That's what, and this is a rookie kid. I mean, I know he was, he's a big boy in college, but I mean, he's a little man right now. But if you give him that amount of time in the pocket, shit, man. I mean, that kid's got an arm. He knows what he's doing. He knows how to read defenses. You better look out, boss. Like if that offensive line is as good as I think it is, they could be a real force. Seriously. That's my opinion. That's my opinion. Yeah.
I think personally, I give Urban Meyer 3 years. I think he'll do successfully in these 3 years. Only because the Jags have a horrible locker room. Nobody's mature. Urban Meyer comes from an area and an atmosphere where you deal with young, immature men finding themselves and figuring out who they are on this planet. On top of that, beating the shit out of each other and other team members, and other teams. after Trevor Lawrence grows up and realizes who he is in this league, that college coaching mentality, he's not going to want to put up with. After 3 years, Urban Meyer's out.
I'll go along with that. And you know, in the history of college coaches coming in, it's usually shit. So that doesn't surprise me at all. Yeah. You know, I really, I was watching, okay, if you want to stay on the topic of coaches, you got another coach or you want to go?
I got three more. There's three more coaches.
Go ahead.
We can come back to the Jags for sure. All right, the Chargers. They got rid of Anthony Lynn, who did a very good job, and now they have Brandon Staley, who was the defensive coordinator for the Rams.
Okay.
He's 38. He's got 4 years in the league, and now he's with the Chargers, who need an experienced coach with a young quarterback. Hey, I don't go to your job and bark in your face. Thank you. Herbie.
I got it.
And Frankie. So, yes, Brandon Stanley. How do you think he's going to do with the Chargers?
All right. So, I mean, once again, we're only in week 1 of preseason, you know, and I watched the Chargers and I think they won their game. I think they did win the game, but it didn't look good. I think that what they were playing the Rams, is that right? I think that's right.
Yeah.
They didn't look good. They didn't look good at all. So I wasn't impressed with anything that I saw. But once again, I mean, it's all new shit. I don't know enough about the coach to really comment. But I will say, watching their preseason game, which I did today, it just didn't look good. That they've got really bad problems on special teams. So
yeah, I saw a lot of just really unforced errors that didn't need to happen.
Their special teams is really, really bad. So it's a fucking concern, man. I mean, you know, you gotta handle that shit, whether you're doing Suicide Squad or receiving. I mean, they didn't look good at all. It was sporadic. It was all over the fucking place. So maybe that's an issue, and maybe they can handle that. You know, we still have 3 more weeks of this shit, and maybe they'll get better. But you know, and the Rams, I mean, I felt almost kind of the same way. It was like watching that game. It was like, I don't know. I'm not seeing anything here. I was, to be quite honest, that was probably the most boring game that I watched so far. I mean, like there was just nothing happening there. So we'll see. So go on. Next coach.
So the next coach is the new coach for the Jets, who has to take on Josh Allen, Stephon Diggs, and the Bills, Bill Belichick and his angry ass and the fucking Patriots, and he's got to take on Miami, who is sneaking by. I'm telling you right now, and I don't want to say it before we do our segment, Miami Dolphins, they're going to be the team to upset some teams this year. But the New York Jets picked up the defensive coordinator from the San Francisco 49ers, who's a very, very, very smart coach. I mean, that guy treats defense like you should treat offense. He always wants to score on defense. Biggest problem is Sam Darnold's out. New quarterback's in. What are you going to do? You're already the Jets.
Dude, so I fucking agree. So I watched that footage today. And I'm watching, what is it, Zach Wilson, right?
I believe, yes, Zach Wilson, yes.
Okay. I'll tell you what. I don't know if you watched those fucking highlights from what the fuck he was doing. But I'll tell you what, that kid looks like he's been in the league for years. He was in the pocket. He was strong. And if he needed a jet, he jetted. You know, I didn't even mean to say that, but anyway. I'll tell you what, that could be, because you got to figure, they were supposed to get, Lawrence. I can never think what's his first.
Trevor Lawrence.
Jesus Christ. Okay, Tyrone Lawrence, and I'm kidding. But all they had to do was just lose the last game, and they got the fucking number 1 pick. Well,
that's New York for you.
But maybe they had a plan. And maybe that was the plan, to get Zach Wilson, because I'll tell you what, that fucking kid, dude, you watch that footage. That kid, he looks like a seasoned veteran. I was like, fuck, he is throwing bullets. He's staying in the pocket. He's watching zones. He's doing everything. I mean, I'm getting goosies, man. I'll tell you what, that one, that could be, the underrated pick of the year. I really think he's going to actually do something very special. And if this coach can come in and get them prepared to handle what the fuck is going on, he could actually be a serious force. It's all going to break down to that offensive line and their secondary. I'll tell you what, that kid is impressing the shit out of me, man. Big time. Way more than I thought.
Yeah.
One of my best friends, Zeus, who's going to be on the podcast soon, he's a huge Jets fan. And I said, oh my God, what the fuck? They lost the number 1 pick. He goes, it doesn't matter. We'll get Zach Wilson. That's what he said to me instantaneously. He said, we'll get Zach Wilson. And he goes, I think it might be the better pick anyway. And I was like, no, this kid he's a juggernaut. He's like, nah, he's really good. But this is the guy I think we need. And they got him. And already in 1 game, I was like, whoa, man. I didn't expect that coming out of him. So that's an interesting point. So I think with this new coach, like you said, and he's he's a defense-minded coach. And if you can boost that and protect that kid, once again, look out, dude. It's good. It's good. It's really good, man.
And the
really
last
good.
one, the Super Bowl 52 champs, Philadelphia Eagles have fired Doug Peterson. And as much as I know a lot of Eagles fans were ready for that to happen, I don't think they're going to like the pick they chose for his head coach, Nick Sirianni, the old offensive coordinator from the Colts. Now, there's 2 things that are wrong with that. One, the Colts have always had.
It's already happened, or it's going to happen?
Oh, it's happened. He's the new head coach.
He is?
He is. But
okay.
When he was with the Colts, he showed up in the last years of Andrew Luck. Then he had Jacoby Brissett. Those are both veteran quarterbacks. They know what they're doing. Now he's in Philadelphia with what's his name? Doesn't matter. New rookie. That guy's not going to know what to do.
Yeah.
Isn't it Hurts? Jalen Hurts is who they got? Yeah.
No.
Is it not Hurts?
Hurts is with Washington. I think. He's like Engelhurts or Engel. It's something like with an E.
He's not with Washington. Washington has Kyle Allen and Ryan Fitzpatrick now.
Oh, wait, what?
Yeah, they traded for the Fitzmagic, bro.
Maybe I'm wrong. So you're talking about the Colts, right?
Okay, so no, I'm talking the Eagles hired the offensive coordinator of the Colts.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yes, you're right. I went off into like 7 different tangents. Like,
yeah, you're good. The Eagles have Jalen Hurts and Joe Flacco.
Yeah.
So you got a new kid who doesn't know what he's doing and a veteran who doesn't know what he's doing.
Well, Flacco, he's one of those dudes that, at this point in his career, he's a kick-ass backup quarterback. I would say absolutely get in there, man. You know what's going on. You got You know the schemes, you know what's going on. You can see it. But I mean, he's never going to be the guy.
Yeah.
So and then there's this kid Hurts that, yes, I see what you're saying. And Baklava, I don't see it fucking happening, man. But and that's the last of the coaches, right?
That's the last of the coaches.
All right.
I mean,
So this is what I wanna talk about.
that's 7 new head coaches in the league
Wow.
this year, in a league
That's-
now that's going from 16 to 17 games.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not that's a
No,
way to
that's-
start your fucking career.
No, that's it's going to be a really interesting. One thing that I was going to say though, when I was watching all the footage today of all the highlights and everything, one guy that I'm surprised by, a new quarterback, Chicago Bears, Justin Fields. He looks fucking amazing.
Yes.
Like but I'm because OSU quarterbacks, they always fuck up somewhere along the line. There's something always bad that happens.
Because OSU makes linebackers and running backs. They don't make quarterbacks.
I'm telling you, when Chicago picked Justin Fields, I went, wow, that surprised me.
Who was the last good quarterback to come from Ohio State?
I have no idea.
Terrell Pryor.
I used to live. Well, okay, sure, yeah.
Is he in the league still?
What did he? No. What did he do? He didn't do anything.
Didn't do anything.
Shit. He didn't do anything. When Chicago picked Justin Fields, I thought, wow, and I think they even moved up for him. I think they did do that. Right?
I think they got rid of Trubisky for it.
Yeah, yes, they did. That's right. You're right. So they did that. And I thought, wow, that's a fucked up, bold move. I mean, the kid was good. I mean, I'm not shitting on his career in college. I mean, he plays for OSU.
I don't think he's going to play much this year. I think Nick Foles will take the starting job.
Where?
In Chicago.
No,
not Nick Foles. Andy Dalton.
No.
You don't think so?
Nope.
I think with the shit that they had going on with Mitch, where they tried to put everything in a young rookie, I think they're going to give it to Andy for this season. Let what's his nuts watch, and then give it to him.
Mm-mm. I completely disagree with you, boss. When I just watched what I just watched, and if it continues, there ain't no way, dude. That kid was awesome, man. And if you haven't watched,
I'm not saying he's not good. I'm just saying they're in a hard situation in the NFC North. They got to go through Rodgers. They got to go through Detroit. They got to go through Minneapolis. There's no way a rookie's doing it.
I really think Minnesota, not Minneapolis. I really think that Justin Fields is going to take it. He's going to take it. They're going to give him the starting position. I really think that, man.
I'll hold you to that.
He is so. What I was going to say, as far as all the new quarterbacks, all these new rookies and shit. What I just watched so far, what I saw of what he did, he's my favorite of the first, the first thing. I think he was dynamic. He was throwing bullets. He was running. He was in the pocket. He was out of the pocket. He understood. He understood everything, man. I was so impressed by him, which I did not. Once again, I don't normally like OSU quarterbacks. When they come out, you're like, Jesus Christ, we got another one of these guys. Fuck it. Dude, I thought that kid did such a good job. I was very impressed. We'll see what happens. And you might be right. But I really think out of all of the new quarterbacks, even Mac Jones, fucking, Trevor Lawrence, I was really impressed with Trey Lance. I thought man, he did some serious shit, man. I didn't see that coming either. wow, there is a lot of new product on this field, and I'm excited to see what happens, man. I mean, Mac Jones did great, and another thing too, which as far as what I witnessed watching, the first preseason game and everything, I was impressed with how well the Patriots defense played. They did great. They did really, really good. And Mac Jones had a lot of time, so he's got a good offensive line, or a decent one, maybe not great, but a decent one, enough where he could do what he does, because he's a pocket quarterback.
Well, from what I've read, that Belichick has been taking over the offense. The offensive coordinator, Josh McDaniels, has been focusing on like leadership stuff, because he's gone. I think 1, maybe 2 more years, he's going to be a head coach, and he's going to be a damn good head coach. So I think he's practicing leadership, because everything I read said Bill Belichick has taken over this offense, and he is making it a trick play. Fuck you. You look this way, I bang you this way type of offense.
Yeah,
they're going to go back to 5-yard pass plays where they just tick it down the field all game.
Well, and that's what I'm saying. They're picking and they're piece picking, man. Boom, 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 boom. And what I saw too with the Patriots was, I don't know exactly what the guy's name is. I don't know if he's a rookie or maybe he's been there, but the running back was busting that line like a motherfucking juggernaut, dude. I mean,
I think that was the rookie quarterback that they just got. They were trying him out, but that O-line was making it look so freaking easy for him. This
running back, I mean, he juggernauted, and he's basically going to get like 1 yard, and he put his shoulders down, put his knees back, and he was going for it. And then boom, he releases and goes fucking 65 fucking yards. It was a beautiful run. I mean, that's what you want. You want a juggernaut. You want like a Jerome Bettis kind of thing. I mean, he fucking got through that line. Like, I mean, the play was over, and he ended up instead getting, it was either 55 or 65 yards. Fucking amazing. The Patriots really might have something here. So once again, no Tom Brady, this is a whole new animal. But if that defense plays the way it's playing, that O-line plays the way it's doing, that running back plays the way he's doing, and that fucking Mac Jones gets in there, who knows? We don't know. I mean, we don't know. But what I was going to tell you, and we were talking about this earlier, I really think, record dude, what do you do? What you want, girl? You want to go outside? I gotta let my cat outside real quick.
Let your cat outside. I think the Patriots make the playoffs this year.
Playoffs? Don't talk about it. Playoffs? You kidding me? Playoffs? I just hope we can win a game.
Oh, definitely. I believe that 100%. But we were getting down to like, okay, what picks we have maybe for actually
that was my next topic I was going to go on to next.
Well, let's just go right into it.
All right. We'll start with the AFC East since we're in New England. The experts say that the Bills are going to win the AFC East. I'll give you the 4 teams. You give me how you think they're going to finish. All right. You got the Bills, the Patriots, the Dolphins, and the Jets. Who do you think's taking the whole division?
Bills.
Who do you think's going to make them fight for it?
Patriots.
I agree with you, but I think the Dolphins are going to take second place in the AFC East.
You think the Dolphins? Why do you think the Dolphins, though? Why do you say the Dolphins? Because I'm not looking at the Dolphins right now.
I've been watching football since I was 11. I've been paying attention since I was 13. Tom Brady is probably, hands down, the greatest football player ever. We're not arguing that. But for some fucking reason, Miami has his number. They know him. They know how to beat him. And no matter what coach, what scheme, what team, what quarterback, what defense, that teal and orange intimidates that fucking New England team. And now Brady's gone. You know what I'm saying? They got Tua Tagovailoa and what's his nuts?
Oh, Tua, right?
Tua Tagovailoa. I was.
Don't you swear at me.
I honestly think the Patriots finish behind the Dolphins. The Dolphins finish one game behind the Bills, and the Bills take it. There's no wild card team from the AFC East.
Okay.
AFC South. Titans, Colts, Jags, and Texans. Who do you think is going to take it?
Titans.
Yeah. Who do you think is going to make them fight for it?
Colts.
I think I have to agree with you on that. I think the Jags in the middle of the season will have a 2-game stint where they'll argue, if the Jags are looking like the team to beat, and then they'll lose that third game, and it'll all fly downhill from there.
It'll all get down to the only reason I said the Colts. I think they're faster, and I think Jacksonville. Because I said earlier, I really like what I'm seeing in Jacksonville. It all comes down to their defense. Their defense, if they're playing like they're playing right now, they're in there.
I think the only person on their defense that they have left from that really good defense they had a couple years ago is Miles Jack. That's it. Everybody else is new.
I'm telling you, dude, you watch that I know it's preseason, yada, yada, yada. But you watch that, man, their defense was on it, dude.
It might not have been the players. It might be they have a really good scheme.
Well, right. But what I'm saying is I'll go with Colts to fight. But I think the Titans would take that, yeah.
Do you think that the Texans are going to be in third place, or do you think they'll just shit the bed the whole season?
I think they're fucked, man.
Yeah.
I'm not even. They're nobody to me, man. I don't see it.
Now here's your division. Got the AFC North. Got the Browns, the Ravens, the Bengals, and the Steelers. Now, a lot of people, and I mean, I've seen it on ESPN. I've seen it on NFL. They predict the Browns are going to win this whole friggin' division, and I say no. I say they lose on the road to the Ravens, and the Ravens backdoor the first position. I didn't say it's a good game. I just say they take it from them.
I say, well, me looking at it, I think Cleveland is going to take it. But I think the Steelers, not because I'm a fucking fan, I think the Steelers will come in second. Yeah, fuck off. I don't see the Ravens doing it. And fuck Cincinnati. Fuck them, man. But honest to God, though, I really think the Browns will take it. I think they've got a lot of shit going on right now, and I think they've got the personnel there. Not even like on the field. I'm saying like their GM, everybody. It's starting to fall into place finally.
Yeah,
they're starting to get the actual personnel in. And people are believing in them, and they're believing in themselves. So I actually think Cleveland. I think they'll take it. But I think as shitty as the Steelers are playing, and I'm really worried about the offensive line, I still think they'll take over. I think they'll beat the Ravens in Cincinnati. Yeah. But that's my pick. Whatever.
All right, AFC West. You got the Chiefs, the Chargers, the Raiders, and the Broncos. Obviously, the Chiefs are probably going to take first place. But there is a big hole in the AFC West to get a wild card spot because they suck so bad, the rest of the three teams. So
I lost you there. So what are the teams?
Not a problem. The AFC West, you have the Chiefs, the Chargers, the Raiders, and the Broncos. We both can probably agree the Chiefs are going to take first place.
Broncos,
because of that, there's going to be such a gap between first and second. Who do you think out of the three is going to take the wild card spot that will probably come out of the AFC West?
Broncos. Broncos. I'm serious. Yep. Yep. What do you think? I think the Broncos.
That'll take second place and get the wild card? The Raiders.
Did you?
No. Say it again. I said I think who's going to take second place, the wild card spot, will be the Raiders.
You think the Raiders?
The Raiders are going to go through LA.
Yeah.
They'll beat the Chargers, no problem. They'll barely beat the Broncos, and they'll get their asses handed to them by the Chiefs. They'll sit those losses like it's nothing. They'll lose 2 more games that are out of conference, and they'll have just enough wins to put them in the wild card.
Broncos.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
If the Broncos take the wild card, I will send you a bottle of Jameson.
And I would love that. I'm going to do a shot. I think the Broncos. Dude. The Raiders are still just no. I don't see it. I don't got it. It's not no way.
The only thing I can give the Broncos is their head coach is coaching for his life right now, so he's all aggressive, not conservative. So that might work in his favor.
Did you watch the footage of this week's? I thought the Broncos looked fantastic. I thought they looked great. I mean, it's week 1, whatever, but Jesus Christ. Yes. All right, then go. Bucket. I say Broncos.
All right, Broncos. All right. Let's move over to the NFC, get our predictions for that, and then we'll get our Super Bowl predictions, and then we'll get the hell out of here so we're not taking up all of your day, even though most of you would love to sit here and listen to us bitch about nothing all day long. YouTube won't let us, so we got to do it hours at a time. Now, the NFC East. You got your favorite team, the Washington football team, the Cowboys, the Eagles, and the Giants. I personally think Ryan Fitzpatrick wins the NFC East, and the Washington football team are division champs.
This is a tough one. I mean, that's a tough one, dude. I'm going to go Cowboys. I'm going to go Cowboys to win it. Washington backing it up. Yeah.
The only thing I say Washington's going to win it is Ron Rivera is a better defensive coach than the entire coaching staff in Dallas.
Yeah. Well, I'll go along with that.
And Dak still is coming off a huge injury, so he's going to be timid.
That's true. Okay, so that's a good point.
Zeke is slowly declining as a running back, like they all do, but he's not doing the extra stuff to find the stuff to aid in his handicap.
That's a good point.
Jason Witten's gone. There's no tight end there anymore. I mean, there is a tight end, but who the fuck cares who he is?
Yeah.
There's no big wide receivers. Are you going to run the ball every fucking game?
I mean, that's the hardest division right there. I'm going to say
it's
Dallas
the hardest
this year.
because it's the shittiest.
Oh, it's the shittiest. Yeah, they're fucking terrible. Eagles aren't going to do shit. No fucking way, man. I mean, they're out.
Giants. I'd be surprised if the Giants win more than 3 games this year.
The Giants are done. That's it. But I'm going to
The
go with
Giants.
The Vagiant. Let's go with that. Let's go with the Vagiants. Yeah, they got a giant pussy wrapped around them, and I don't see it. But I'm going to go Cowboys Washington for that one.
All right, I say Washington with Cowboys right behind him. NFC South. You got the Bucks, you got the Saints, you got the Panthers, and the Falcons. Obviously, like the AFC West, the Buccaneers are probably going to take that. You got the Saints with Jameis Winston. No, you got the Falcons. We discussed that. And you got the Panthers. Now, the Panthers could be a challenge only because Sam Darnold is a great quarterback who just wants to fucking play. The Panthers have a fast defense. I mean, they may not be big, but those kids, I mean, I've never seen secondary who I don't recognize. Usually you know them like Aqib Talib or Rogers Cromartie. I don't know any of these players, and they are keeping up with wide receivers and shutting them down like they're in Pee Wee football.
I will agree with you. So yeah.
So who's taking second place in the NFC South?
Panthers.
Panthers?
Absolutely. 100%. No doubt about it. Yeah.
I don't think I can argue with that because you got Christian McCaffrey as your running back. That's hard to beat. He's the beast.
I really think, and I just watched a bunch of highlights from their first preseason game, and they look their defense looked amazing. Their defense looked awesome. So I'm gonna go Tampa and Panthers. Yeah.
Yep. NFC North. You got Packers. You got the Bears. You got the Vikings and the Lions.
All right.
In Green Bay, you have a little bit of a quarterback situation. It's obvious Rodgers wants out. So I think they'll still win the division.
Oh, no.
You don't think they're going to win it?
I think Chicago's going to win it. I really do. And that's what I was telling you before. I think they're going to put Justin Fields in there. They're going to put him in. And I think he's going to do it. And then it would be Green Bay at, second.
We're going to have to watch the Bears this season real close and see how that unfolds.
I'm telling you what, this Justin Fields kid has impressed me so much already. I think he can fucking do it. I think he can do it.
Now, here's an odd coaching statistic that I read the other day. Mike Zimmer, the coach of the Vikings, makes the playoffs on odd years only. And it's 2021.
Interesting. Yeah. I don't know, man. Well then let's say that. Okay. So then, the Lions aren't going to do anything. The Lions are done. They're fucking
Jared Goff goes one game over 500, and that's just enough to keep his contract secure.
Yeah.
He doesn't play for wins. He plays for his contract from now on.
I just don't see them doing anything, dude. They don't really have a fucking running game. They don't have a fucking offensive line. There's a lot of things that they need to get together. This is going to be a 3-year process for them, just like the Cleveland Browns, when they got Mayfield and stuff. It's the same type of thing. I really think, yeah. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to watch. But I know for a fact, the Lions are doing shit.
They're not doing a damn thing.
They're just not good. They're just not good. But I'm not hating on them. Whatever. In Minnesota could be that underdog team that I'm not looking at. I'm saying underdog in my mind. That could come through, but yeah, I don't know. Green Bay's got, they've got a great secondary. But once again, Aaron Rodgers isn't happy. And that could culminate throughout the season. We don't know, and that could cause a lot of fucking shit in that locker room, so, I think if my prediction, if Justin Fields gets in there and stays in there, I think they can actually win that division. And I'm not saying by a ton, but they could squeak that bitch out and get it. I think they can. I really think they can. So, and they've got good running backs too. So
yeah.
But all right, so that's it. That's our predictions.
We got one more left. The NFC West.
Oh Jesus!
My division. For the lovely Seahawks.
My bad.
No, you're good. So you got the Rams, the 49ers, the Cardinals, and the Seahawks. And I'm going to say it right now before everybody goes, oh, you just like the Seahawks and blah, blah, blah. They're going to go fourth. They're going to get a good first-round pick, and they're going to get a new defensive player. We suck on defense. We're terrible. Wash the season. Promise Wilson a lot of money. Please do not piss him off and make him leave.
lost
We are
you.
not going to win shit this year. On top of that, my prediction for the NFC
I
West.
lost you, Coach.
Oh, you're still. Oh, I hear you now. Oh, I lost you. Oh, I hear you.
Coachy.
I can hear you. I can't see you. There
I
you are.
lost you. Yeah.
There you are.
Anyway.
No, I was saying the Seahawks are going to go fourth in the NFC West. They barely made the playoffs last year. A lot of their talent is gone. They screwed up trading. They had no draft pick. They're going to go fourth. They're going to draft a great defenseman. And then in 3 years, they'll be back to where they were. But they really have to kiss Russell Wilson's ass because he's about that close to telling them to kick rocks. On top of that, I think that the Rams with Stafford, Jalen Ramsey, I can't remember, Woods on receiver. I think the Rams have put together a free agent all-star team to win the NFC West, but they lose the first round to my Super Bowl pick, Kyler Murray and the Arizona Cardinals. I feel it in my balls. Kyler Murray's going to have a hell of a year. What do you think, Daddy?
Okay. I don't.
Seahawks, Rams, Cardinals, 49ers.
No, I know. 49ers. Gonna win it. 49ers. Trey Lance. I'm telling you, dude, once again, you watch that kid, you watch that fucking shit, you see what he's doing.
So you're saying that the 49ers you play Trey Lance over Garoppolo?
100%. I guarantee you. I guarantee it happens. I fucking guarantee it. I guarantee it. Trey Lance is in, and then Seattle, you say fourth, I say second. I still think they have enough there to get it done. The other two, I don't know. I fuck the Rams. Did you watch their preseason game? I mean, like, they didn't do.
They played less than 20% of their starters, though.
That's what we're talking about. We're talking about preseason, but
No, I know that's why I don't like the preseason so much because, like, oh, this team played well, and it's like, well, yeah, they played all their fucking starters.
I mean, we might be wrong about every single fucking thing we said. It's very possible.
But be right. We're just here not to fool around.
I think you damn right about that. But I really think the 49ers, if they keep him in there, Trey Lance, another rookie. I love what he's doing in there, and I thought it was beautiful. And if they keep him in there, they really could be a fucking force, man. I mean, I don't think he's a joke.
That's the big question around San Francisco. Will we see Trey Lance in his rookie year?
I think you will. I really think you will. And like I said, so going back on all the rookie quarterbacks, Justin Fields, Trey Lance, Zach Wilson, and Mac Jones, I was most impressed with as far as what I saw. So we are going to do today the prediction who we think is going to win the Super Bowl.
Not win it. Who you think's going, and then who's going to win it?
Oh no! I'm just going to do.
Who's your two teams to be in it?
I'm going to do the winning. I'm going to do the winning.
You're going to go win it?
Just the win.
All right.
I got the win. I got the winner.
Who's your winner?
I'm telling you, Buffalo Bills. I think Buffalo Bills. I think they got, once again, watching what I saw today, and what they did last season, they've got the total package. They're set up. If they can stay healthy, if they can stay healthy, knock on wood. If they stay healthy, I think Buffalo, they're the total package right now. I mean, they've got wide receivers, they've got running backs, they've got special teams, they've got defense, they've got offense. They are on fucking point. They have the fucking package. Whether or not, if they can coach it correctly and get it done, I don't know. But that is my underdog or not underdog, wild or underdog pick of the year, basically. I think Buffalo can do it. And I was so impressed by them last year, and then watching this, just even this first preseason game, the way they played. This is with second stringers, third stringers, whatever, and they're still dominating. They're good, man. They're good, and I think that coach has got it on lockdown. So that's my prediction, man. Buffalo Bills, 2021 Super Bowl. What do you say?
I say, all right, are you ready for this? Because I've been thinking about it. All right. NFC Championship, Buccaneers lose in a last-second play on a last 2-minute drive to the Arizona Cardinals. The Cardinals make it to the Super Bowl with Kyler Murray. On the AFC side, the Bills get outplayed by the Tennessee Titans in the AFC Championship.
What?
Derrick Henry gets stopped like he did in the playoffs last year, and the Cardinals are the 2021 Super Bowl champions.
That is not what I thought you were going to say. Wow. Really?
I feel it right here, right there. And that's where I feel it.
That is not what I thought you were going to say. Wow.
Yeah.
Arizona Cardinals.
The Arizona Cardinals played such great football last year that now they know what they have. So now you can do game plans around it. Every time I had a great season as a coach, the next season, my dad taught me, go winning and then go 500. Don't play to win this year. Play to lose to see what your players can do when they're in the shit. Cardinals weren't going anywhere last year, so every game was just playing to see what they can do. They can pull out some games. You got DeAndre Hopkins and then fucking Lamar Jackson's clone, who's a little bit more mature than Lamar Jackson. I'm telling you, this is Kyler Murray's fucking year. It is MVP, Super Bowl champ, and DeAndre Hopkins, Super Bowl MVP.
That is not what I thought you were going to say. Wow.
I believe in it so much. I took the plus 2,200 percentage and put $100 on the Cardinals to win the Super Bowl.
Really? Wow. Okay. All right. I don't know, man. I don't know. I mean, I like that pick. That's good. I wouldn't have saw that coming, but
what's crazy is if the Bills and the Cardinals play each other.
And oh, dude, and you want to talk about a podcast?
Oh, if that happens, we're live streaming the podcast during the Super Bowl on our YouTube channel.
Oh yeah.
And speaking of that, if you guys want to see us live cast a game during a game, let us know in the comments. And if we get enough interest in it, we'll pick a game during week 1 and we'll live podcast it while we watch it. Why not?
Yeah. Dude, how cool would that fucking be, man? Like that would be I just got this really, really good feeling about Buffalo. And I'm, once again, I'm not a Buffalo fan. I mean, I just watching what they did last year and then seeing the first preseason game this year, I was like, wow. And like I said, these are second and third seeders, man, and they're fucking still playing as hard as they can. They've got a deep bench. Dude, I don't know, man. They got something going on over there, motherfucker, man. I like it. I like them a lot. So that's my pick. I don't think, okay, getting back to my Steelers, like, I don't think the Steelers are going to do shit, man. I just don't. I'm watching them and I'm just like, oh God, and we're getting down to the end of Ben's, shit. And I mean,
you think he's got one more run? I mean, Tom Brady's not in the AFC anymore.
He's done. If they don't do shit, if they don't, I'll tell you this: if they don't make the fucking playoffs this year, if the Steelers don't make the playoffs, he's gone. He's done.
I will still stand by my last week's statement. If he's not above 500 by week 8, you are now the backup, bitch.
Well, did you see this Haskins kid that they got?
Woo!
I like him.
He plays like he wants that job.
No, he played great. Now, okay, coach, that's a fucking question because I don't know enough about it, even though I'm a Steeler fan. Where did Haskins come from? I mean,
It's Dwayne Haskins, right?
Yeah. I don't know where he came from. That kid played his ass off, man. He fucking threw for 4 touchdowns, man.
He was the guy that played on the Redskins last year that they had such a problem with.
That's what I thought. Yes. Okay. That's what I thought, but I wasn't sure about.
I was trying to think of his college, and then I remembered there's a reason I couldn't remember it. It's because that school doesn't produce good quarterbacks. He's the Ohio State quarterback.
Is he really? He's from no fucking way. See, I didn't even fucking know that. I thought he was from the Redskins.
He played for the Redskins for 2 years, and then they had that big snafu, so they brought in Ryan Fitzpatrick, and then the guy from the XFL, and they fucking crushed it in the playoffs, even though they lost. They had one hell of a fucking game, and then Haskins was out. I mean, he wouldn't stop getting his head so hot.
Yeah. No, I'll tell you what. I like what he's doing, so that's exciting. But I mean, I'm telling you, I mean, obviously Ben's going to be in there. I mean, it's his team, unless he gets injured, whatever. But I mean, he's done.
You can only hope.
He's done. I mean, if he doesn't make the fucking playoffs, I guarantee he says, I'm out. I'm retired. You know, and that's totally cool. He got 2 Super Bowls. Fuck off. It's yeah. You did what you needed to do, man. Fuck it. You know. So anyway.
Well, that about wraps it up for our first episode of our football podcast. We will be uploading these Tuesday morning. We will be recording these on Tuesdays after the football weekend, hopefully uploading them Tuesday night or Wednesday morning, depending on, how big our operation is. It's just me editing the videos, so it takes me a minute. And then I'll have our normal stories and bullshit podcast on Fridays. If this gets nice and big, we'll just split it between 2 channels. But as for right now, we're just going to keep this on here as a separate channel on the channel. So, again, thank you for tuning in. Don't forget to subscribe. Give this video a big old thumbs up. For some reason, it helps us. Duddy, anything you'd like to say to close us out?
I just want to say thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it. And we'll see you next week. We're not fooling around. So
we're not fooling around here. And I would like to say we kept the fucking swearing to a real fucking minimum this time.
I did pretty fucking good. So I did pretty fucking good. So,
all right, you sluts. We'll catch you later.
United States of forever. And this is my United States of forever. And this is my United